huge mosquitoes, Texas and Mississippi, and I've been in both of them.
Apparently you've not been to Alaska.
Well, no, I've never been to Alaska. I was beautiful though.
It is beautiful, but the mosquitoes are about this big.
Really?
They're huge.
They'll land on me, but they won't bite me.
I don't know if I think somebody told me you was thick skin. Yeah, Debbie, I don't know if I heard thick skin or thick headed.
Do I?
I don't know. Somebody told me it was thick skinned or thick headed.
Probably both. Nothing bothers me, and I am hard headed.
We're gonna come back in your session, executive session. 17. All right, city administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. On Mr. Report, I did want to report that the RO plant, the tank rehab project will begin. I think it's November 1st, around about then. Right prior to that time, we'll be draining the smallest of our reserve tank, which will then take our capacity down to 70%. And it does say in our conservation plan, or that if we get below 80%, that puts us at a stage 1. And stage 1 is minimal, and basically that just says that people are voluntarily, water a couple days a week and check for leaks and do things like that. So it is a stressful time for me, and also, of course, for John Davis, really watching that and making sure that our city has water. We have waited at this point because our water usage has decreased drastically. And this is will be about a 30 or 60 day project, kind of drain it, clean it, sandblast it and paint it, and then put it back in service. So then we have to turn around and do our big one at that point. And so anyway, we all know about what that stage 1 means, and we'll be putting the information out there in the paper and then also on Facebook. Also, the airport on November 1st will be start doing the lighting project at the airport. So the airport technically will be closed. However, the contractor did state that with proper notice, they would allow people to come and go. They just didn't want people to do that with, continuously, on occasion. Sent out several letters to our leases, telling them what was going on and that sort of thing. So I think we communicated that very clearly. And then I know this is kind of during hunting season, but myself as well as president of our airport board felt like this was still optimal time to go ahead and get this done. If we push it back to January, then the weather will become an issue. And so the contractor, he's ready to be on site and get this thing going. So I hope the council supports that. Also, I'm super excited. Remote Learning Center is coming together. So if you have time tomorrow, please stop by the old high school cafeteria and take a look at that project. I think it's just really, really impressive what's going on there. And I think once people see that and see what's going on, I really think that has some great potential to really take off. The building looks nice, and this furniture they're bringing in is top notch. Desks and chairs, computers, and all the HVAC systems. I mean, it's really, really nice. So that was a great vision that Lauren had, and it's come together, and it's even, I think, better than even more than I thought it was going to be. And I asked the mayor, he come by and take it today, so he's trying to think that as well.
Well, cubicles got a sliding door. You know, not your, what you think of. It wasn't what I thought of as a basic cubicle. It's way above that. So if y'all get a chance to run down there, even you said even the public could.
Yeah,
stick their head in.
Went by there and just poke
Yeah.
your head in with
Pretty impressive.
Also, we still need an electric lineman for our electric department. So if anybody knows any good applicants out there, please fill out an application and contact John Joyce, our department supervisor. Also, want to let y'all know, so Jim Stout did bid on the Wisconsin motor that y'all approved to sell last month. His bid was $25 over the highest bid. Well, he was the only one that did. And so I did ask him would he at least $100, and that way he at least cover our cost for advertisement. And he very graciously said absolutely. So he wrote a check for that for $100 for the Wisconsin motor. So he's got big plans for that as well. Also, I'm pleased to announce that Saltport Golf Course is about probably 95% cleaned up. It was a wreck after the storm, which was sad because they had that place just looking amazing. But considering all the circumstances, it still looks super nice, about 95% cleaned up. Still have to do a little bit of work on the greens there, but Todd and his company is working extremely hard to get that ready for the big global tournament they have tomorrow, which is a benefit for, I guess, one of our deceased community members. And also excited, Teddy's been painting all the well houses in town. So we started rehabilitating our well houses, and the process is now started to rehabilitate all our water wells. So Lloyd at Robinson Electric, and are starting to go and then look at each well and help us determine which one of those are we should plug and which one of those we should put back in production. We are working on that $1 million grant, who Jacob Martin feels very confident that we'll be able to get, which is about $1 million. So, I mean, my goal is, vision is within the next year and a half at the most, we have every well rehabbed and a lot more wells back in production. And at that point, I think we need to think about the future and maybe even looking for some more wells or alternate water sources for our community. So, a lot of great things going on at CDC. I'm super, super excited. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please report your packet. I won't cover that. Staff, looking good there. Financials you have in front of you. So it's super excited. It's announced at the end of September. To y'all adopt your budget, we were $456,035 in the black. So that's really good, particularly as we enter the winter months, because we kind of have to live on that. It's not generating as much money, so that's good to have those kind of reserves, so to speak, to help us do winter months. So we have to watch our spending throughout the winter. Again, people are not generating a lot of revenues to electrical sales as we normally do, but how we talk about, we have diversified our revenues, and so I think we're in a better position financially than we've been in the past, and continue to work on that and be frugal and take care of our hardworking taxpayer dollars. So, and then real quick, sorry to keep going on here, but there are some important dates I think to be aware of. We do have the haunted Halloween coming up. It's for our community, specifically for the children of our community. That's from 6 to 9. We have the trunk or treat from 6 to 7. We are going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a children's costume contest in front of City Hall because of the community theater groups that have taken up the theater. And after that, we kind of have a parade of suits. Kids can walk down to the lot, and the lot is free to show the movie down there. That local community facility there as well. So for council can just show up, say hi, that'll be awesome. Our mayor and we have November 16th of our 7 o'clock. Their next city council meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Brager. There is quite a bit going on. Let's move on to presentations. We don't have any public hearings. City of Seymour to conduct a public hearing rescinding ordinance number 2022-11 and any other previous ordinances concerning fees associated with Salt Fork Recreational Complex, establishing ordinance number 2023-08 that embodies all fees associated. I think we've got those fees in here in our packet. I think Lauren has worked on this, and I think you've worked on it. And fees would increase to some extent.
Yeah, so Lauren has put this together. She's worked real hard to work with data and trying to simplify it. And Lauren can talk more about this in a second too. But I do would like for the council to consider specifically on example B. You have a regular membership inside city limits and a membership for I guess everybody else. And I do think that's something the council needs to consider, because if you do live in the city, you are paying taxes and you pay a lot to the city. So we got to deal right versus those who live outside of the city as well. So anyway, hopefully you have a chance to look at that. And Lauren, you're going to add that to that.
So what we did was we took the membership down. We reduced the number of memberships down to 3. It just made more sense not to have full facilities anymore, and then you would just have a regular membership, an elite membership, and if you wanted to add a gun range membership, you would do that. And it's the same difference, but it was less paperwork in-house and just a cleaner method. This does mimic the previous ordinance as far as like age ranges that are included in the household. But we did clarify that family sharing a single residence part in individual memberships. We have had adult family members living together. So maybe I'm 75 and my 40-year-old son lives with me, and we want to call it a single membership, but no, it's two. So that's what that clarification was, that each individual adult would have to have a membership. If you'll look to on the next page under section 2, daily fees, we added our twilight after 5 p.m. Sure, for Billy over here that requested that. So that's where that is. I did increase right above that the RV hookup rental. It's not used very often. It was set at 17. I think the facility being this much money and time you've invested in it, that RV rental should go up personally. You shouldn't be competing with anybody else in town as far as pricing. So the prices is higher than everyone, but you also don't have any. There's only one hookup, right? Is there one or two?
There's zero. I mean, there's one place, it's like with electricity, but I don't think there's.
There's no sewer. There's no anything. So, anyways, so that went up to 30.
Also, just to clear on the gun range too, we talk about the second floor golf course gun range rental, $750 per day, including $400 non-refundable deposit. We put that in there too because we did have that reserved one weekend at the last second. They pulled out and they get out time to get rid of it out for normally every weekend taken throughout the summer. So we think that should be $400 non-refundable. This is the city is not losing money, so we should be able to take it in. And then two, on the gun range. Does that include all people? Are we going to exclude anybody on gun range daily rental? Ready to
Your previous amount was $1,200 because we typically would say 2-day event. So a 2-day event would now cost them 15, but it offered it at a single day. So if you had a shooting bill that wouldn't last 2 days, we had a single ring, so it worked out.
I'm a little bit confused. Example B, rates are higher. I mean, the dollar amounts are more, right?
So in the sample B, what you have is we've increased the rates overall higher than a proposal. Right. But what we do is we give a discount to those who live inside the city limits because they are the ones spending the facility. So
I finally saw that. Okay.
yeah, so theirs would be 65, which is the general rate that we were shooting for. And so if you were outside the city limits, that rate would be 75. The only thing that's negative about this is that it requires, well, I say the only, internally, it requires a little bit more effort and work on our side. You may have.
I think talked last time about it was a little, start getting into in county, out of county, in town, in town or out of town. But I get Jeff's point on this. It's like we're putting the bill on this and they come in and get a break, so to speak. Anyway, so we need to decide between example A or example B. Is that what?
Just a public hearing.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Any questions? Anybody want to expound on anything or anybody, nobody up here does. Is someone out in the seating, any folks out there you have some time to come up and speak about it if you'd like to.
All I'd like to know is what's the fishing rate gonna be?
What?
Does the fishing rate change? That's all I wanna know.
I don't think it does it? No.
We're good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move along then. Back to the agenda. Okay. Approval of the September 21st, 2023 regular city council. That's on the consent agenda. I'm sorry. So we need a motion on the consent agenda to accept it. Would you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Okay, with a second, a motion from Glass, a second from Mr. Hendricks. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, same. All right. Go to some action items. Number 6, discuss, consider, and take action, ordinance number 2023-08, an action, excuse me, an ordinance of the City of Seymour City Council updating all fees, rules, and regulations for the Salt Fork Recreational Complex, repealing all other ordinances and providing an effective date.
So we go up on our process or we don't go up, we renew our memberships in July. So if you will look at the last page of that ordinance, the effective date. The effective date where it says regular membership fees and elite membership fees to be effective May 1, 2024, because we just renewed. And all other fee changes or additions are effective immediately. So that was another deal that was added to the effective date.
Folks that pay for that for a year, they've already paid. Are we going to hit them for some more money? Is that what we're? Okay. But if you come for a Greek, your Greek fees and stuff would go up. That would be in effect immediately, correct?
Yes, yes.
So I'm saying that those folks that paid in, what'd you say, in July?
Yes, those memberships that renewed in July.
Nobody, we're not going to come to them for any money.
No, they will stay in effect until May,
Yeah.
March,
So the only thing that
May.
the fees that go into effect immediately or with whatever time that goes on this.
So that would be like your gun range membership
Exactly.
would be effective immediately. Your $750 a day golf course or gun range rental would be effective immediately. Your after 5 would be effective. Your RV hookup change, and that's it.
So this is an action item. We're acting on this right now. A or B?
Mayor, I make a motion that we accept, the example B is our golf course, new contract with the
New fees and such.
new fee. Yeah.
Gotcha. Updating all fees, rules, and regulations. Okay, ordinance number 2023-08. We have a motion made.
I second it.
There's a second. Okay, any comment from out here? Okay, we've got a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. It passes. Okay. Number 7, discuss, consider, and take action on bids received for the property located at the corner of East Leakin and South Main, also known as 603 and 605 South Main. I think we got one bid on that.
One bid, and Lawrence had some direct conversation with our one bid and Mr. Miller, and she'll explain that conversation.
So this bid reads $1,100 if rezoned to a B2. Clayton would like that the city go through the rezone process. He's not interested in it if it's not commercial. And so if the reverse of this would be if you accepted the $1,100 bid and then he went through the process of rezone, which costs $200 and it doesn't get rezoned, then he would not be happy with that property. Does that make sense? So what he's requesting is he'll honor the $1,100 if the city will go through the rezoning process. It costs us about $200. We don't make anything off of that. And that will cover 2 postings in the banner and the letters out to the people within 200 feet for that rezone. And then once that passes, you could accept this bid if you want it.
The 200 is not even going to be a fact. I mean, he's not paying for that, right?
No, but if you think about it in retrospect,
Yeah.
You're not out anything because you're going to make
Exactly.
money off of the
Exactly.
property. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just the hassle of it. And if he doesn't want an R1 property, he wants B2 property.
And B2 is business.
It's your most relaxed business commercial zone. So it allows for outdoor display of goods and pretty much anything. Your B1 tends to be your downtown around your courthouse where it's more restricted about it can look. But B2.
And even if we did this and he say for whatever reason he didn't follow through, we could go back and rezone it to an R1 or leave it as a B2, right?
As far as the planning and zoning goes, there's no reason for it to be an R1. It's just a business district.
Gotcha.
The natural flow
Yeah.
of traffic and commerce is towards town, hopefully, so you would want that to go that way anyway. So it would be normal.
All right. Would anybody like to, we have any discussion out here? Anyone like to make a motion? To accept Mr. Miller's proposal?
Mayor, I make a motion, we accept Mr. Clayton Miller proposal on the property at the corner of East Lincoln and Main Street.
A second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same. It passes. Okay. Number 8, discuss, consider, and take action to accept an RFP. What does that mean?
Request for proposal.
Request for proposal. Thank you. For administration and plan development services for the community development block grant mitigation CDBG MIT grant programs administered by the Texas General Land Office, GLO, as suggested by the scoring committee. And the scoring committee was myself, Dr. Brazier, and Ms. Bush.
And we did receive two, I thought, excellent proposals. But after the scoring, I think the scoring committee, which is myself, the mayor and Lauren, feel that we've had a lot of success. And considering, I thought, the overall best pricing was with our current vendor, Grantworks, thank you. That's who we've been with. They've done a great job. We've developed a great relationship with them. And overall, we thought that was just the best proposal. And again, I think one area that they beat on the end in scoring was the funding. It was more affordable for us. Our recommendation.
The other folks was quite a bit higher, what they charged, as I understand it. Okay. So we would stay with GrantWorks, basically is what you're saying. And they would work on grants for the city of Seymour. And I hope they can do a good job with that. Okay. Do we have anybody like to discuss or talk about this item? If not, consider someone like to make a motion on this.
I make a motion to accept the RFP for administration and development services from GrantWorks.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And it passes. GrantWorks.
Mayor, thank you. I'm with GrantWorks.
Oh.
I appreciate it.
No, wait, we changed our mind.
No, there's a lot of speakers. We really do appreciate the long-term relationship you guys.
You bet. We appreciate y'all.
We'll get to work.
We need $10 million tomorrow. If you can arrange that, just for whatever we want to use it for.
Matter of fact, this is Gary Smith, and I'm so sorry, Gary, because I was so focused on the agenda. My apologies, and you can hear from.
You got a few things going on.
Yeah, we did prepare you coming. I'm
I
so
think
sorry.
Gary's the only person I didn't talk to out there. I'm sorry. I missed you.
That's perfect. We just like to know, I mean, we attend these just.
We appreciate that too.
So we'll be contacting you to get moving on with that.
Very good. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it, sir.
Sorry again, Gary, but thank you.
That you amend your motion. I need that to include resolution 1556. We'll have that move forward. If you don't mind, and with the amendment of accepting resolution
1556. I would like to amend my motion to include 1556 Resolution 1556 that supports this action.
Thank you, Debbie.
I'll amend my second.
Exactly. All right. Excellent. All right.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Next thing is, I don't know why, anyway, number 9, discuss, consider, and take action. Beg your pardon. Yeah, oh, I think we did vote, didn't we?
Yeah, did your vote stand with the amendment?
We'll vote again if we need to on the amended. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Twice. But that's, no, I get what you're saying. I'm just kidding. Number 9, discuss, consider, and take action to approve purchase of body cams and tasers for the Seymour Police Department.
Last time we did discuss with y'all kind of leaning more toward just body cams, but after I got to 2 different proposals, one with body cams and tasers, if you look at that proposal, they gave us a $5,000 break. We did both. And so we do find that we have the money. If y'all approve this, we can make it a budget amendment to get both of these. If you look at $5,000, that's a third of the cost of the tasers. So I think it would be best to go ahead financially and just move both. And second of all, I do think these are important tools for the safety and of our police officers as well. So I think it'd be money well spent so they can do their job more efficiently, more effectively, and also more safely. So, and Bryce, Sergeant Sawyer's here. He might have something he wants to do that.
And I guess I can ask Bryce if you might know. The total cost, I've seen this, the bundled and the unbundled, and is it $30,000? Yeah, basically
Over 5 years.
over 5 years. Okay.
And at year 2.5, they will send us all new body cams and everything. And then, so at the end of 5 years, your camera's really gonna be 2.5 years old. But Axon will be in charge of all the evidence collection and storage. It's on the cloud, so that those $12,000 servers we bought over the years to store all this stuff on is, assuming gonna be a thing, no longer an issue. I don't think we'll be having those expenses for storage purposes anymore. But Axon's in charge of all that, and it's encrypted and everything, so that's also a big cybersecurity deal for us, not to be concerned of anymore either. Axon responds for all that.
Will you get some training on this? Will they-
Yes.
Okay.
They'll come and train us, and they will actually be able to help us access it all 24/7 and everything. And they have a whole cyber security team. And to be honest with you, they pretty much own the market now. So you're either going to go with them now or we're going to go with them later. So one of those deals you jump on ship when it's cheaper and just stick with them forever, because unless something drastically changes, they're going to be all that's left one pretty quick.
Is there any salvage value to what we've got?
No. We'll issue one to like the animal control, or if anybody goes to code compliance or anything like that. I mean, there's things that the city can use them for. Other places, if ever need, if they got something they're not feel real comfortable about without being recorded or something, So we have done that, and we'll continue to do that.
All right.
Go Rangers.
Hey, the council have any questions? What about out here? Anyone? Isn't it normal that city councilors get tased? Is that part of the deal on that, kind of to show them what they're getting for their money?
I've been there and done that.
So the new tasers will have 10 cartridges in them now.
Oh, okay.
So y'all could all just kind of take turns.
I'm out.
Forget I said that. I'm sorry. Oh.
Hey, Bryce, how long will it take to get them?
I'd have to go back and look. He did say that there is a little bit of a delay in getting them. They do take a little while to get. I believe the tasers won't be here till January if we order them tomorrow. Start getting processed order tomorrow. The cameras will be here a little bit sooner, but I can't remember because we changed. We had to push back the dates and stuff on.
That's not too bad.
But he did say there will be a delay, so we'll just have to do what we got until they get here.
All right. Guys, thank you.
Thank you all.
Just all kidding aside, appreciate you coming up here. All right. Just consider and take action to approve purchase of body cams and tasers from the police department. Do we have a motion on that?
Mayor, I'll make a motion that we purchase body cams and the tasers for the police department as discussed.
Okay, any second? Anybody want to second that? I'll second. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same. It passes. Okay, number 10, kind of in conjunction with what we just talked about.
So the, budget adjustment you'll need to do is the one that says 7, 10. That's what you passed.
No, it's not. We're just getting to that, I think, isn't it?
That's the resolution that you're doing.
Number 10. So we got to take a separate action on that, right? Okay, that's where I'm
$7,778.
correct. Gotcha. That's the adjustment. That's the dollar adjustment.
You had two options. If you went with B, you would have to do the other one. But if you went with A, you have to do the.
Gotcha. Number 10, discuss, consider, and take action to approve resolution 1555 budget adjustment as follows, adding additional monies. 7778.10 to line item 02404131 safety equipment, police department, and a decrease in line item 024039 grant expense, police department, for the purpose of purchasing body cameras and tasers. Dr. Prager, this is we're just taking it out of one pocket and putting it in another, so to speak.
That's correct.
Out of the police department budget. All right, any discussion on this? Anyone out? And if there's no discussion here, anybody out there? Nothing? Then, anybody would like to make a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to accept resolution number 1555.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, it passes. We've had our executive session and, no action.
Yes, we do have action, no action on, but on the second part is the approve the power slide contract. That would be my recommendation based on what we discussed in executive session.
So would someone need to make a motion to accept the,
On your agenda, and reconsideration to approve
Thank
a power supply contract that was provided. That's all you're considering.
Mayor, I make a motion that we go with a 3-year contract with LCRA for our electrical provider as advised by our engineering firm, Snyder Engineering.
good motion. Second? Second. We have a second, a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It is approved. No action on the other executive session items. Okay. I believe, going back in time, what was it, the Lone Ranger told Tonto at the end of the show, our work here is done. And they'd ride off with all that music, the William Tell Overture playing in the background. No, they're just here. Okay, so, I think you will. I talked to Ms. Wynn the other day. I think she or y'all or somebody are going to come back in December, I think for sure, and visit with us about upcoming events or what the calendar looks like, that kind of thing. So really appreciate y'all coming. I know this gets tedious and Pastor Hernandez and Ms. Hernandez, appreciate y'all coming, and Kim always, thank you for coming. We have a motion to,
I make a motion we adjourn. Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No discussion? What? Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.